Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be doing a flip through of all of my August planner setups. I'll be going through the main sections of my August planner after the pens, and I'll be kind of walking you through my planner at the same time. So if you're interested in my setup, stay tuned. I'll show you all of that as well. So to begin, we're just going to jump in. And I just have my front part of my planner, got a little pen pouch in here and a sticky dash, and then I have my year at a glance information here, which is Planner Babe oriented, and then I've got my goals section, which I've gone through in previous videos, so I'm going to go ahead and skip that and jump right forward. And what I do is I use this dashboard to kind of define my goal section in the front, and then I use a pocket folder to divide the kind of front part of my planner from my dated sections of my planner. Stick a pin loop on that guy and get right into my first planner that we'll be going through, which is my Faith Planner. The Faith Planner that I use is called a monthly layout from the Happy Planner, so it's a little bit of a different setup than you've probably seen in most planners. The actual style name of the one I have is called Dainty Details, and it's for 2020, so I'm not sure if it's going to be available much longer, but if you are interested in it, just look for Dainty Details or just a Happy Planner monthly layout if you like this style. So in the beginning of August, I decided to do a thoughts on today's reading layout for my monthly spread. I'm going to go ahead and move my dashboard here. I'm going to try to show you guys my dashboards as well as we go through, because I know I have a lot of interest on these. I use these to navigate through my planner, and that's basically all I use. I used to go straight to the dashboards that I need. I've customized quite a bit of them to make them clear. This one here was almost clear with gold accents, so I kept it as is, and this came as part of a gold dashboard planner pack. A lot of these things I'll have linked in the description below if you are looking for something in particular. I like to try to show you all my accessories that I'm using, and that'll be linked in the description. So this is the monthly dashboard that I've been using for my Faith recently. I really like it. Nice and simple. And so back to the monthly layout, what I did here was to try and refocus myself on my daily readings. I had started to kind of think about other things and multitask while I was doing my Bible reading for the day, and I found that I really wasn't absorbing the information the way I should. So I decided that this month that I was going to, task myself with actually writing a quick summary of what I read, so that I could kind of focus a little bit more on what I was reading. It went pretty well. The ones that have little kind of empty spots, those are days where the week had no reading. It only has 6 days for the week for you to read, so you get like a day off. And sometimes I move that day according to where it fits better in my schedule, so that's why it's not all on the same day. But yeah, so those are just days where I had no reading that I need to do. So this turned out real cute, and I themed my entire month for my Faith Planner. If you're interested in any of the themes that I've been doing, I always have before the pens, so go ahead and check out those in previous videos. So this was my monthly overview, and this time I'm using a clear bookmark. I would have preferred to have a dashboard, but I was starting to run out, so I used this guy, and I cleaned it up as well using my dashboard hack, which I'll link above here in the video, and basically just shows you how to take painted dashboards and make them into clear ones, which has been awesome, you guys. I love clear dashboards, and they're so expensive if you try to buy them from someone, so just getting some clearance dashboards from the Happy Planner and cleaning them up, and you got yourself some clear dashboards, so it's been really great. And I also relabeled all of my dashboards, which I'll mention in this video. Just did that recently with my foam memo printer, and that way I could choose whatever font I wanted, and it worked out really great. So I didn't put it on film, but basically I just created a layout on my computer with all of the tabs I wanted, and I did it kind of like front and back so that I didn't have to cut it. I could just fold it over, and it worked out really awesome. So I redid all of them, and I'm really happy with the result. So yeah, so this is my overview page, and just gonna clean that up real quick. This is my overview page, and again, themed out. I do tracking of my prayer reading and writing here on the sidebar. Got some monthly goals, my prayer list, a little memory verse, and then here just some thoughts and priorities I wanted to task myself for the month. I've been using this pretty well. I've been able to make it really functional for me, so really liked that part of the spread, and the colors this month were really nice. So this is the first part of my verse of the day. Kind of what I do is I have an app called the YouVersion app, and it's a Bible app that has a bunch of different readings and devotionals, and also has a verse of the day. And so I just use the app. It just comes up automatically, and I write whatever is there for that day. I've been using my Arteza pens for the task, so I have some twill markers, which have been really nice because this one has a really fine tip at the end, and so it's really nice because then I can get fine print, but then if I want some more boldness, I have the option with the more brush pen tip. So these are really great for lettering, and I decided that this month that I was going to kind of take the color scheme and then use that for the lettering, and I loved it. So I will definitely be doing that again for the upcoming month. And I really enjoyed this month with the lettering. I can see that I'm progressing and doing better and better, which is nice. And also spending extra time in the Word is always nice as well, and visualizing what I'm reading. So this was the first spread of the month, and this is the second spread that I just finished up. I'm going to pull up the dashboard here. Another hacked dashboard. And this one I added in the peach color that's kind of found in the flowers. I didn't like that as well, though. I thought that the added color would be nice, but I really think I liked the 3-color scheme, so I think I'm going to stick with that next time. But I still did enjoy the spread, and again, lots of inspiration here. That was my faith planner, and then what I did is I took away the currently page and I just leave that in my planner. And I don't do anything with the notes pages that are at the end. I just keep this part in my planner and then use that each month. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the new set. So what I do every month is I go into my actual home base for all my faith stuff, and then call it my faith planner. And in here I have all of the folders for long-term storage, like studies and scripture notes and things like that. And then I also have my full calendar or planner for the year. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in September, which I recently did, which is a travel theme. So if you want to see how September is laid out, just check out that video. And I'm going to put that in. And again, like I said, I don't take the currently page. I just use the notes and leave that be. And the currently pages, this is what I'm talking about when I say the currently pages. So I just kind of save them in case someday I want to use them. And I'm going to take that and put in August for storage now that I'm all done. And then I can put that away. And September's in, so I'll just go ahead and drop in the dashboards real quick while I'm in here. And my overview. And my daily, which will start tomorrow, Tuesday. Okay, so that's how the month goes. And yeah, so Faith is in, and that's my Faith layout. And so something new that I did is I never had anything at the beginning of my daily section. And that's my like catch-all, all of my to-dos for the day, appointments, events. And I decided that instead of having my schedules at the front next to my goals, which is where they used to live, I decided to move them here in the front of my daily so that I can reference them. And I also put in a dashboard so that I can flip to it so I can know what I should be doing each day and at what time, just so I can help follow along with my master schedule a little bit better. Again, if you're interested in anything you're seeing here, there's videos on pretty much everything. There's a master schedule setup that I just did in my productivity series talking about routine building, so check that out. But I moved all of the schedules here into, oh, what happened here? Into this front section of my daily just to make them a little bit more practical for me. And yeah, so that is now at the front of that. And I'm going to move my little brain dump out. And so this was my August monthly, and I have been putting in, let me move this guy out too. I have been putting in my bucket list items on my monthlies, and it's been working out really great. Definitely gets me thinking about doing fun things outside or inside or whatever, but just enjoying the little moments of life more so than I have been just because of COVID-19 and being stuck in the house. You know, you kind of get into a rut. So really love this, giving me ideas to kind of perk up life a little bit. So it went really well. I didn't do as many things as I had hoped. I got a little bit busier than I thought, and the weather has been kind of weird, but I plan on doing some of these things next month. So I live in Southern California, so most of this stuff will carry over fine. Summer is like until November here, so we'll just you know, move it forward, and should be no biggie. So that was my monthly, and then this was my daily layout for the first month or first week of August. And I had decided for the month of August to try a bunch of different planner layouts from my shop. I just wanted to see how they worked and just try something different than my normal horizontal planner. So the first week was a lined vertical layout, which was really fun actually, and somewhat functional for me, surprisingly. I definitely need lines, so I used the line vertical instead of just the regular vertical, and it really helps me, you know, write straight and clean. And I was a little worried about not having a lot of vertical space or horizontal space to write out things, you know, long, because I always have long to-dos, but I was able to stack things pretty well on top of each other without any big problems. And I've been using kind of like a checkbox, bullet journal, symbol style of to-dos, and that's been really helpful for me to see what I actually have been getting done and, you know, how to move things forward. And so yeah, I've been doing that. It's been really great. I really did enjoy this layout overall. So this was the second week, and this week I had decided on doing the dashboard layout. And what I've found is that dashboard is not the best for me as far as my catch-all planner. My dashboard layout in my social is perfect. I love that setup. It works beautifully for me, no issues there. But when I tried it here, I just felt cramped over here, like everything was just so boxed in together and so, I don't know, yeah, just compressed. And then I felt like I really had nothing for this side. I was actually kind of striving to put stuff on this side of the page, which was not working for me. So I did try to make it work. I did try some things, but overall I found that this was not a good fit for my daily layouts. But I did like the summer blues or summertime blues theme, the blue. It's kind of cute. So this was the following week, and it was the subject layout from my shop. This one was okay. I think that it could be really good in another, you know, like in another format where it was a little more structured, where each line across had a specific purpose. For me, when I set it up, I kind of just let it be all day, every day, wherever things kind of fit in. And it wasn't the best for finding what I needed to find right away each day, because it would just kind of bounce around, like where my to-dos would live and where my like focus would be, and it was just all over the place. But I did like the layout in theory. I just think that it would be better used in some other kind of application, more maybe like a social media layout, or if I was going to school, like an academic planner, it makes more sense to have each subject laid out or what have you. But it was fun to try things and see how they worked for me. And then finally, pull this up, we have the bullet journal style layout that I decided to do, and I loved this layout. It was so clean and simple, but a lot of interest with, you know, the kind of hand-drawn circles and just like the little items on the side. Color scheme was kind of muted, but it had little pops of red and yellow. So I really liked this spread actually, and it was very functional for me as well. I was able to do my 3 things and then a highlight each day, able to fit those in quite nicely, have my this week in there, and still plenty of white space. So that worked out really good. And if I was more inclined to do bullet journaling and just on a regular basis, I would totally gravitate towards a layout like this. But I just don't have the patience to hand draw my weeks every week. So I probably will do this again, but more of a like one-off type of thing. But I really loved the way it turned out. So that's the end of my daily section, and I will go ahead and move in the next month, which is September. Grab all of this. I think it's all of this. And move that in. And then I'm going to take out August. And put that in my personal development planner or my daily or whatever you want to call it. But basically it's where my daily calendar lives, but then I also keep anything that's like about personal development here in the front, things, professional goals, ideas, things like that. So that is that planner, and move that out of the side. And now that I have September in, I'm going to go ahead and put in the month dashboard. Again, all hacked dashboards. All these clear ones are pretty much hacked versions of painted ones that I did, which I just love the clear. And then lay this guy in. And yeah. And now we're on to my health planner. At the beginning of my health section, I have this little pocket pages that I made a while back. It's just some cute inspiration. I don't have a video on this in particular, but I did do a post at the beginning of 2019 on Instagram if you really want to go back and see, and I kind of show a little bit more about this guy but through pictures, no video. But yeah, so this is pocket pages that I did, and you can find this like insert thing, this plastic insert at Happy Planner. I believe they still carry those in their shop, so just look for pocket pages. And we're going to jump ahead to all of my like health trackers are here in the front, so I'm not sure if I'm ready to show you how much weight I've gained. So we're just going to hold this page like this and hope that you guys can see. And then I have my step tracker in here, and it lives right all in the front of my health section. And I have a little tab in there just so I can get right to my weight and measurement tracker. And I just enter those in weekly on Monday, so that's how that goes. And I need to put in my August stats, but yeah, so that I've been also tracking how my steps are progressing, and it's been doing pretty well, definitely better, and then kind of dropped off a little bit in July, but overall it's been really good to see an overall view of how I'm moving forward as far as steps are concerned, and just kind of getting out there and getting active. So here is the beginning of August in my health planner. I have this little habit tracker which was living in my weekly layouts, but I moved it here so that I could store it here with the monthly. This is a habit tracker that I wanted to use in order to increase my water intake. I had noticed it was dropping off and it should have been much higher for summer, so I added this guy in, and then on the back I put in my new vitamin regimen that I was trying to continue, which has been really good. I haven't had pretty much any days where I missed, which was really nice. It hasn't been as successful as I'd hoped. The vitamins were to help with my sinuses and things, but I'm going to keep doing it and see if, over time maybe it'll show some progress. But I used that just to make sure that I was staying consistent and so I could see my progress. So I have that little tracker. I also have my monthly layout, which I've been doing just a simple kind of journaling check-in on my health and my symptoms. I did this last month as well, and I also came up with a little key that I'm using just to say, what am I vitamins wise, if I'm taking my vitamins or any medications, supplements. And then I'm also was tracking my fasting window on each day just because I wanted to try and fast at least 16 hours. That was one of the goals for the month. I also have these other goals here that I did, which was my steps and water intake and calories. So that just kind of helped me focus in specifically on my habit trackers, as you'll see when I go through. And I used a lot of these goals in order to track those things on my habit trackers. I really do like the simplicity of just kind of an all pen spread, no stickers, and writing in the symptoms. It's been really important for me just to see how things have been going, and so I can always go back and see if there's any kind of correlations month after month between the months and time frames and seasonals and all that good stuff. So very helpful. Here is my first week of August in my health planner, and this spread was really pretty. I love a rainbow spread. This one's kind of have a little bit of a different color scheme from a specific, RGB, and Roy G. Biv spread is what I wanted to say, but I really like it. Just been using this big top box for a while, whiting out the lines in the back and just kind of making it one big box for decor. That's been great. And like I mentioned before, the habit tracker is kind of linked into my goals for the month. But yeah, so this one was a really pretty one to look at. And then the next one here is my kind of green spread. I kind of used different variations of the green color, see how that looked. And it was surprisingly cute after I was done. Like, I was thinking it wasn't going to be that cute. And then as I was looking at it throughout the week, I really grew more and more fond of it. So by the end of the week, I was, I was in love with it. So you never know when you start not liking a spread. Sometimes once you get some pen on the paper, it comes together a lot nicer than you expect. So this one was a really good one. And then this one was kind of like a bright, brushstrokey style, simple, kind of went back to my goals section here being like a quote or kind of the main decor, and then using the top again for workouts. And the organization really hasn't changed. It just kept these guys separate from each other on this week. And it was a good one. Again, brights are always good for the workouts and things like that. It just helps kind of bring the energy to the spread and to myself, as I look at it. So that one was good. And then we're in this week where I can show you that color definitely does, I think, have an effect. I really like this periwinkle, but I really wasn't in love with this spread that much, and I kind of felt like I didn't try as hard because of it, which is weird. But I mean, there was other external factors that, you know, led to kind of a not so great week health-wise. But I did feel like when I don't like a spread, I try it less hard than I should to fill it out appropriately, you know, like to get all my workouts in and stuff. So I really do try to make my spreads more fun and exciting, because then I want to get in them and I want them to look pretty throughout. I don't want to have any skipped workouts or anything like that. I want it to be filled out completely. So it does help drive me to do better. That said, it was an okay week near the ends. Monday and Sunday were all right, and it did get me more focused in for September, which I plan on doing something a little more bold, a little more structured as far as health and fitness and a diet. So sometimes you just need that push, and I guess it's kind of helped me do that. So that was the last week in my health spread. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, and then I have my August setup ready to go for my, like my goals for, I can't even speak. My August setup for my health stats, yes, so for the full month. And so I have it all ready to go. I just need to enter those guys in and add the stats and see how I did. So I will do that. I will move it over and then I'll just do it when it's in my other planner. So I'll go ahead and pull this guy out for now. Grab my health planner, and you can see there's my July stats there. And I forgot to mention, so this planner and my daily planner are both from my Etsy shop. This one is the health layout, and my daily spreads, those were all in my shop as well as individual layouts, the line, vertical, and what have you. So if you're looking for any of the layouts you saw here, those ones will be from my Etsy shop, which I'll have linked in the description. I have this guy in here ready to go, and then I've been using these guys, which are not from the Happy Planner. This was a DIY dashboard that I made from dollar store cutting mats, and so I've been using those in my main planner so I could see what planner it is without having to see the side of the book, the front. I can just see health or whatever it is and kind of easily grab the right planner if I'm not real sure. It's also helping me hold my place where I am in the months for each planner. So I know you saw a couple of those already. And so I just wanted to mention that that's what those are from. And I do have a video on how to create those. If you are interested, just look up DIY dashboard or dashboards on my channel and you should find it pretty easily. So let me grab out September. And I see that I have a time to reflect sheet in there, which I have not been doing. I don't know if I'm going to do that this quarter, but I know it's in there. So put that to the side, put this guy in, and then add in my dashboards. Don't have September yet set up, but I plan on doing that today. And then we are in this week here, which is my wild orange and pink theme that I just posted last week. And yeah, so we're all set here. So now we're going to jump forward to my social. So I think, yeah, that starts basically here. And so in the front of my social planner, I have my stats from the daily stats for my followers or my subscribers. Blue being Instagram and green being YouTube. So I've been keeping track of that. I moved out the front page just because I tried to eliminate as much paper as I can. So I just left this one because I am still using the back. but this is where I put them. And I thought it was a good use for these perpetual calendars. And I use a dashboard or a bookmark here as well that I cleaned up for that. Next, we'll get into the August spread for my social. I'll grab my dashboard. And so for August, what I did is basically the same layout. I did add some washi here just because there was a lot of empty days in the front and just to kind of prevent confusion. And I also moved, there are two, like the 30th and 31st are here, but that was getting really too tight for me to write in everything I wanted to write in. So I moved those days onto September. And so they start off the September week, and that way I didn't have to kind of cram them in here. But otherwise, it's the same setup as I normally do. I use blue for my Instagram posts, I use green for my videos on YouTube, and then any kind of highlights or anything that is unique, I'll put into the red so I don't forget. So that's how that came out. You know, I don't do any real decoration on here. I use the planner to decorate and give me some kind of color, and that's been working out great. And this is the homebody layout from homebody dashboard layout from the Happy Planner, and I believe they're bringing it back for 2021, so I might pick that up again if I don't feel like changing things up much and using it. But it's a really good one if you like kind of this farmhousey, I don't know, kind of modern muted color palette. So this was the first week of August, and I decided to try these Wrong stickers because I just picked up the book and I thought I would try to use it in a place where I really didn't care that much. I don't know if you guys do that too, or you have like stickers you don't really care for and you kind of put them in those spreads that aren't as important. So I tried that. I really hated this spread. I guess I'm not a wrong girl. I picked them up because there are some fall stickers that I really liked in the seasonal books, so I thought I would be able to use them for fall. But when I went into the summer, just the colors were too bright, and I felt like it was a little too Miami neon, and it's just not my style. So I did it, but I wasn't real in love with the spread throughout the week, and was kind of happy to turn the page on it. And then the next week I decided to do some watercolor brights, so a different version of the brights, just because summer was quickly fading and I didn't think there was going to be too many opportunities left to use more brighter colors. And I like this one a lot better. I do like the watercolor brights a lot more. Just the styling is a little better. And I toned down a little bit more the highlighters I used here, and that helped a lot. This is kind of the setup I've been doing. I've been adding more decor as I've been going through. And this is a sticker that I use that I created, and I just lay this down on my focus section every week, and that makes it nice and easy, as well as this is a sticker that I put over so that I can track how I'm doing on my video production. And then the rest is pretty simple. Videos here, and like I mentioned before, the blue is my Instagram, and then I add below that my story posts, how I'm going to do that, and then if I have a Pinterest post for that time, I will also add that in. But yeah, so real basic here. And then the next week I was kind of over the bright colors, and so I went back to just a homebody layout and real clean, simple, not a lot of decor, just little highlights here and there, and kind of back to just more function. And that one was a nice one. And then this is the week we're in. I kind of went a little bit more with the homebody theme, kind of leaned in, if you will, on it, and busted out some washi, which is also from the homebody collection. And the social spreads, I don't have any plan with me on these, just because they tend to be more functional, and I'll just grab like a sticker book right before I'm getting ready to set it up, and I'll just kind of lay some things in. I don't take more than like 5 or 10 minutes, and I really don't think too hard about it either. I just kind of lay it in and then move on. So that's why you're not seeing any plan with me's about this, but I thought I'd show you how they look in case you're looking for some ideas for a dashboard layout or a social media planner. You can kind of see what I've been doing. So that should be it for August. And yeah, I have my little goals set up for September, ready to go. Well, that's pretty much all I use here on this dashboard setup here, this currently page. So I'm going to go ahead and move that out. Grab my social planner and here we go. Put this guy in. Oh. Do it. Again, another one of those DIY dashboards, like I mentioned. Just grab out all of this for September. And then drop that in. And I'm not going to put these dashboards in right now because I don't want you guys to get a sneak peek of what's to come. So I'll put those in after the video is done. But yeah, so that is it. And then behind it, I have one more section that I don't really show, which is my Etsy sales section. And I just use a perpetual calendar, same way as I did for my social growth area. One of these kind of calendars, and I just put in my daily sales on that. And then I have a budget month on here as well, and that's where I just track all of our bills and things for the month, so I know what's been paid and all that good stuff. And I do have a sample setup if you want to see a plan with me on just how I set up my budget month on my channel. I think I did it back in maybe April or May, so just look for budgeting or budget planner and you should be able to find it on my channel. So that finishes off my section here for my dated stuff, and then I have another pocket folder to divide that section out. And then I have my kind of like on-the-go storage, things I'm working through or that I reference often, and I have a few of these gold dividers that I got from the Happy Planner, which I think I have linked in the description. It comes with 8, so 4 of these are on the daily planner setup where I had my goals and things I showed earlier, and then this one is just for inside of my planner, home, work, social things, and then anything that's kind of miscellaneous I leave here. I have my reading list and things like that in that. And then finally I have my notes section, which is again another hacked dashboard, and some just filler paper in case I need to have paper. So yeah, and that's it. So that was a walkthrough of my August After the Pen planner pages. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch, and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!